Why would you give him 217? You're paying him more than Kershaw. That doesn't make any sense. And he's older, too. That's just really dumb of Boston right there because they didn't have any pitching. Coming to you pre-tape from the Best Coast Show studios. This is the Best Coast Show. I am your host, Albert Aguilera. That is my producer, Curtis Stage. And Curtis, it's officially official.
It is official. Today we're going to talk about the Lakers. We're going to talk about that they lost to the worst team in the NBA. Is this an all-time low for the Laker franchise? We're on the Kobe farewell tour. Is any of that any good? We got to talk about Team Tank. Is that even happening? And then we're going to talk about the Kings. So this is a Lakers-Kings episode. We're going to talk about the Kings. They are first in the Pacific, third in the West. They're undefeated in December, which Albert is very excited about. We got to talk about Kopitar and the huge amount of money that he could be making in his extension. And we also have to talk about penalties and how they're killing us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But Kobe officially made it official, even though we all had that suspect that he was going to retire this year anyways because the team sucks, he's old, and he said it himself. He told Jordan in the offseason. Plus, he's had a camera crew following him around all season. That's not a coincidence.
I have a camera crew following me.
That's true.
It's not as exciting, though.
No.
Not anywhere near as exciting.
Now, I think the Achilles injury went to your head.
Yeah. That's what I had them just focusing on my ankle the whole time, what its progress was. So the Lakers lost to the worst team in the NBA, maybe one of the worst teams in sports, professional sports. They haven't won a game.
They were the worst team in North American sports history because no other team had lost 26, 27 straight ever.
Yeah,
this is dating back to last season.
Yeah, and they were 0-19 or something
18,
before
0-18.
0-18 before this game. So that, to me, that's kind of icing on the cake of this last 3 years of just this being kind of a horrible stretch for the Lakers. Losing to the 76ers is embarrassing. Yes, it was in Philadelphia. It's the first game of a road trip. You got to be up for a game like that. You got to put it to them. They were up by 8 at halftime and totally ran out of steam. Byron Scott says things like, sometimes we start getting into this mode where we're shooting too much, we're holding the ball too much, and we don't know why it's happening. We know why it's happening. Kobe's holding the ball. He's now playing 30 minutes a game.
17 threes. 17 threes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's way too many. Listen, 10 years ago, if Kobe would have taken 17, in Kobe in his prime 10 years ago, if there was a 35, 36-year-old taking 17 threes, Kobe would have been so pissed off.
Kobe wouldn't have put up with that. Kobe would have been like, hey, trade this guy.
Yeah, he would have ripped the ball out of his hands on the court and then broken his fingers and said, stop doing this.
Do you think the Lakers last won in 2009? Do you think 2009 Kobe would put up with 2015 Kobe?
No,
not at all.
He'd be pissed. So, but these Lakers are all young except Meta. There's only a few Lakers that are over the age of 25.
That are under 30.
So none of them can complain about how Kobe's playing right now. But the thing is here's the deal. What do fans want to see?
They want to see Kobe give the princess wave.
So fans, now he's on this farewell tour doing the princess wave. That's great. I love that. But is that something that people want to see? This team is playing so poorly, and if Kobe's going to jack up all these shots. Now, Kobe's always jacked up shots, but in the past,
they've gone in.
He's made most of the shots that he's jacked up.
Yeah.
But fans have complained about him all. Now he's jacking up shots, and he's not making those shots.
He's not even hitting the rim.
And you can't, he's a lot more air balls this year than I've ever seen in his whole career. There's probably a stat on that somewhere. But the thing about it is this something that's good for the NBA? Is it good for the Lakers organization? I think it breeds this culture of, the last 3 years is bringing this culture that's not a winning culture. It's a culture of let's lose, or we're okay with losing to get picks, to start stockpiling. That's not the Laker way. They've never been that way. They've always gone out and made the big trades.
Yeah, the Lakers were the type of team that were like the Yankees, where, hey, let's go after the big name free agent. Let's trade away some of our potential stars for your current superstar. That's what they
may still do that.
It goes back to the CP3 trade. That was the last blockbuster style thing that they did, and the league was like, nah, we can't let you form another dynasty. So that wasn't their fault.
No, that wasn't, and that really led to the downfall of where we're at right now. But this whole idea, there's half of the fans I think want to see Kobe. He's on this tour, so
his farewell tour. It's bad for the Lakers, but it's good for the league in the sense that you have small markets like Cleveland, like Charlotte, like Orlando, even though Orlando's not a small market, but it's just a
They're going to
team.
sell out arenas.
They're going to sell out arenas. Anywhere
But why
Kobe
can't-
goes, they're going to sell tickets. They're going to sell merchandise.
Do people really want to see him play, though? Why can't we do this? Why can't we say, Kobe, we'll put your statue out in front of Staples now with whatever number he's going to retire with. We'll
It
retire
should say 824.
824. Put that on there. We'll hang your jersey in the rafter now. So we'll do these things now, like in the next month. Stop playing. Still go to every game. Go out and wave to the fans. Maybe go shake hands.
Kiss babies.
Kiss babies. Hug players. Bounce a couple basketballs in the court. Say a thing in the center court. But don't play. And then, because, I mean, do players want to see him play? I mean, do people want to see him play? Because he's playing so horribly.
He is, but I don't think that's how people are going to remember him. But I think that you want to see him play so they can say, hey, it's like when Jeter was at the end of his career.
But Jeter played well at the end of his career. He wasn't a bad player at the end of the year. He
but-
batted 300.
Right, but
His last hit was a game winner.
The difference being that the difference being that in baseball, Jeter can't control whether or not a ball is hit to him. On the court, Kobe is Kobe Bryant.
He's controlling the
ball.
And it's keeping the ball away from the players who are actually playing fairly decently.
Right. And it's going to hinder the team, but I think his parting gift is going to be a top 3 pick because the team's going to do horrible.
We better hope so.
And what's going to happen is he's going to treat the rest of the season the way you treat an NBA All-Star game, where you'll start playing in the first quarter, but then you realize this game's already out of control, you've already lost, or you're winning, and he's going to start throwing up balls, and then other players out of respect are not going to contest him just so they can high-five him and give him a hug.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, good shit, Kobe, good shit.
So is the rest of the team tanking? I mean, is this team
I don't
saying
think the rest of the team is tanking. I don't think so. But I think the reason why Kobe didn't announce this when the season started is somewhere in the back of his head, he's like, hey, you know what?
Well,
I think Curtis is right. We might have an outside chance of an 8 or 7 spot in the West because you guys were both smoking crack. But he now realized being 1-16 or 2-15, whatever they are,
I did
we
not
ain't
think.
going anywhere.
Let's get this straight. We can go back and roll tape, but I did not think we were making the playoffs. But I did think we could win 40 games, 38 to 40. So I was high for that.
I didn't think they would go past 30. At this point, I don't think they'll go past 20.
No, I can't see them winning 6. Which would definitely put them at the bottom 3, which they are the bottom 3
Do you think the 76ers
team.
get more wins than them?
No, I think the 76ers are still well, they're in the East, and the East is terrible. So the 76ers could go on a roll. This win that the 76ers had against the Lakers could provide momentum, which would be good. Maybe that was the Lakers' plan. So anyways, I can't imagine that Byron Scott would be on board with this team tank situation because of the hard-nosed kind of player he is. But this is something that I just don't think it's good for the NBA to have a team that's, I don't know if they're losing on purpose, but they're certainly not trying to win.
Well, and they just suck. I mean, they play in the West.
Yeah, but they're
Every night for them. Okay, over the next 8 games, I saw the BPI for it. Over the next 8 games, the highest percentage chance they have of winning is at the Wolves, 20%.
Yeah.
Everywhere else, it's 18 or less.
Yeah, they could win that game, but I mean, but Laker fans, this isn't fun. Like, I don't even like watching games. I'm doing other stuff now. I'm watching games.
They're
I
just in the
never used to
background?
do. They're just in the background now. That never happened to me before, ever. As a 30-year Laker fan watching Laker games, I've never just had it on as background.
All right, well, where
I'm
do you-
doing drawings. I'm like hanging out with my kids. Like, I'm doing things that I normally don't do.
So you're having family time
like,
now.
I'm having family time.
The Lakers
Like,
are tanking, so it's letting you have family time.
I am drinking more beers now, though. I'm drinking more, so this is not good.
So where do you put? Okay, being a lifelong Lakers fan, where do you put Kobe in your quote Mount Rushmore of Lakers?
Well, he's still number 2 for me. I mean, Magic's still my all-time favorite player, and Kobe still is number 2, regardless of what happens this year, regardless of this farewell thing. He still is, to me, the second greatest Laker. I mean, it's tough
And where do
because
you put him
Kareem
on
is pretty awesome.
Where do you put him on a Mount Rushmore of NBA players?
Well, he's top 10. I don't think. I mean, maybe he's like 7, 8. I don't know. It's hard to make that judgment right now because LeBron's not
and,
done.
yeah, and it's also not fair. I mean, because different eras, different style of play, a different set of rules.
Yeah,
so
totally. I mean, in the 60s and 70s, basketball was different. Now there's, no more hand checking. I mean, there's so many rule differences now that basketball players today play just completely different. All right, let's talk about the Kings.
Talking about the Kings. Undefeated in December? Yes. I'm excited about that because, we suck in December.
Well, we've only played one game
Doesn't
in
matter.
December. Okay. All right.
1-0.
1-0 in December. Nice.
That's the only that matters. You're undefeated.
First in the Pacific, third in the West. We've moved up a little bit in the West. So they're playing. They have a stretch here coming up where they can. The idea here is to try to put themselves give them a little bit of distance.
Yeah,
in the Pacific.
we're playing the East in December, so we're going to be on the road, and then when we come back home, it's only games against the Pacific.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going to either separate ourselves or not.
Yeah.
And it's only December, but I know that in December traditionally we do not play well, and where we don't play well in December, that usually dictates what we trade for in February.
Yeah.
And right now, defensively, we're still doing great defensively. Defensively, we're still
team.
top 3 in every defensive category, even the kill. But you know that I'm not a stats guy. I hate percentages. They're like, oh, yeah, you got the second best penalty kill in the West, and you guys are at 83%. But we've given up 15 goals on the kill. And it's, okay, 15 goals, that puts you in the top 5 worst teams in the West. So it doesn't matter. The reason our percentage is so high is because we take so many penalties, and we're constantly on the kill.
How do they cut that down? How does a
being
team
stupid.
Okay, that's the way they cut it down. Is that what Suter's going to say? He's going to say
stop being stupid.
Stop being stupid.
No, he wouldn't say anything. He would just be like, "You guys know what to do," and then he'd walk away.
Does he even coach?
He does coach. He just coaches in his own way.
He's the coolest coach ever.
Well, he just doesn't put up with the media.
He can barely talk.
It's like Rocky. He's like Rocky.
He's
Balboa.
like Rocky Balboa.
He's like Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, I love him.
But I mean, they just have to stop taking stupid penalties. A lot of these penalties are boarding penalties. A lot of them are fighting penalties. I mean,
which we like
because it's fun. But
5-on-3 isn't going to help us.
It's not. I mean, and these goals that they're giving up, they are giving up on the power play. It's not fair to Enroth. It's not fair to Quick, where it's like they're being criticized for their style of play, and it's like, well, bro, I'm constantly on the kill. What do you want?
Yeah,
I constantly have 5-on-4, 5-on-3.
Yeah, that's making it difficult. So you just say, just stop being idiots. That's how they're going to do it.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, a lot of it's they're hooking, they're boarding people. A lot of it is tripping. It's like it's part of our style of play. We're very physical. Our forwards are very physical, but sometimes you just be careful. It's always the second guy that gets caught, right? Yeah. So Lucic has this problem. Clifford has this problem. Andrew has this problem.
Well, we knew getting
someone's
Lucic
going to touch me. I'm going to punch them in the face.
We knew getting Lucic, we were going to get that kind of mindset anyway. So
right.
I kind of like it.
Just be more subtle.
I like it but going in the playoffs, we can't have this style of play going in the playoffs, right?
No, you can't be in the box constantly.
No, because you're going to lose against better teams.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. What about Kopitar?
Kopitar is the elephant in the room. I mean, his extension talks have now been going on for, I don't know, like 7 months since late last season. And his agent, same agent as Kane and Taves, got them their $10 million deals.
Yeah.
He's looking for 8 years, $10 million. And the difference being that Los Angeles can offer him the additional year.
Yes.
He can get 8 in Los Angeles. As a free agent, he can get 7.
Well, he's 28 now.
Yeah, he just turned 28, so he's still
prime.
young.
He's in the prime.
He's just entering the prime of his career. And a lot of people like to argue, oh, well, he's not Kane Taves' caliber to get that kind of money. Well, if you look at their numbers, points-wise, goals-wise, assists-wise, they're there.
I give it to Kopitar.
They're almost there. The only difference being that last year, he had an off year. It's the first year he wasn't leading the team in points. He led the team in points for 7 straight years. But he's also a Selke finalist the last 2 years, and that goes to the best defensive forward. And that's how the Kings play. They're built from the net out. Their forwards are two-way players. They're defensive-minded players. And my only thing is, I'm not an advanced stat guy.
Yeah,
We
know that. Yes,
I hate advanced, but I'm a finance guy.
Yeah.
I'm we play in a league with a hard cap. We can't give you $10 million because a lot of people don't get this, but $10 million in the NHL is a crap load of money.
It's like $20 million in the NBA.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like a $20 million deal in the NBA. It's like being a $25 million pitcher. Okay, this is
David Price money.
This is David Price money, right?
Yeah, this is Clayton Kershaw money.
And you can't. I mean, right now, if he had that contract, he wouldn't be on the team because we wouldn't have the cap space for it. We have just over $1.5 million right now.
Yeah.
But granted, Lucic is off the books next year. He's getting 3. Enroth and Aroff are also off the books because they're on 1-year deals. But that still wouldn't be enough money to give him the additional $5 million that he needs.
So it's going to be so when does the decision get made on him?
Hopefully sooner rather than later. I mean, he doesn't strike me as the kind of person, and the clubhouse itself, there's a lot of leadership in the clubhouse. It does not become a distraction.
Okay, that's the key.
Maybe they're getting closer to a deal. That's why he's woken up in the last 2 weeks. Gabrick has woken up in the last 2 weeks. Someone told Gabrick, hey, bro, the season started. So he finally started scoring.
And Kopitar was like, hey, his agent probably was like, dude, you
You're
really,
asking
we're
for
trying,
10
trying to
million.
get you $10 million here. You better start scoring some goals.
And he has. And that's been a great thing. Like he has the overtime goals, and that's one of the big differences between this team and last year's team, where going into overtime, we're undefeated in overtime, 1-1 in the shootout.
Yeah.
Last year, you go 3-16. That's why we missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it's a different team, different mindset. I'm hoping we keep him, and eventually he gets his statue outside of Staples, and we win more cups.
What's his statue going to be? Hugging Oscar De La Hoya? 'Cause,
No.
I mean, how are we going to fit that with Kobe's statue out there? His Kobe statue is going to be huge.
It probably would.
To fit the 824, it's going to be ginormous.
I don't know. I want to pay him, and I want to make sure he does get paid. And Dean Lombardi has that style of money giving, where he's kind of like, you helped us win, bro. That contract for you, and he deserves it. He is one of the best.
He
centers
does
in the league.
deserve it. I think he's one of the best players.
I just don't want it to
hamstring him for the rest.
hamstring us for the next 8 years, because we still got to pay Doughty in a couple of years. And how much do you think he's gonna want?
Yeah, exactly. And if he sees Kopitar getting $10 million, then he's gonna be like, "Why am I not getting this?"
Right, and
kind of money?
the cap's been going up year after year, and according to the CBA, you're only allowed to take up to 20% of the current cap, so that's about $14 million right now. I guarantee you, if Doughty were a free agent or saying, "Hey, I need an extension," he'd be going after that.
Yeah. Okay, what's our gift of the day?
Gift of the day. Gift of the day, you guys are going to see this one. This one's great. This one is our mascot, Bailey, going apeshit because the Kings got the game winner. Kopitar got the game winner in overtime. And this will kind of sting for Laker fans because Laker fans can't be going this crazy. I mean, I don't think Laker fans are going to go this crazy to the
Well,
draft.
we don't have a mascot, first off.
You need a mascot, a cool mascot. Bailey should be the mascot for the Lakers as well. He'll just swap out his jerseys when they swap out the
Do you
ice
think
for the
that
boards.
would help the Lakers play better to have a mascot going
No, but the fans will have something to do.
to look at?
Right.
Okay,
Because,
got
I
it.
mean, honestly, you look at a Lakers game, everyone's doing this.
You know Bailey's the only mascot LA has. LA doesn't have any other mascots. Dodgers don't have a mascot.
No, the Galaxy got a mascot, Cosmo.
Oh, Cosmo. That's right. All right.
Yeah, why you gotta hate? But yeah, guys, I don't expect the Laker fans to be going this crazy till the draft. So that's our show. Don't forget to stalk us on the Twitter, and you guys have a good night.